Hey guys, welcome back. This is Peter here. Welcome to my vlog. We've got a bit of a different setup. I've picked up a DJI Mavic 3 Cine. Also have a Z30, Nikon Z30 and a DJI RS3 Mini. Just for the handheld stuff. So we've got a bit of a different setup. So welcome back and let's get straight into exploring. And the sun's up and we're out for a walk. And today we're going to do a bit of a different format. So we've got, let's fix this up here. So basically we have a new setup. We're filming now on the Z30. I've sold all my Sony gear and we're going to take this beast out for a bit of a trial run. We're going to go and see if we can take some nice photos of birds. I want to talk a little bit about this lens. Yeah, let's get straight into it. At the moment, it's just, we're just going to go in the local area. We have some carawongs, magpies, a rare carawong. We have sulfur-crested cockatoos, noisy miners, rosellas, yeah, a few like exotic species now and then. And recently, for the first time in my life in this area, I actually saw, I think it was a nighthawk. It was like amazing. I just had like a thrill when I saw this creature. Like we're just going for a walk down the streets, and all of a sudden it's like, what is that? That kind of like the silhouette. Amazing bird. So basically, this 404.5 is going to be a step up from the 200 to 500, even though we'll probably still use the 200 to 500 for various shots, especially on the D850. I really want to use the 404.5 both for filming video and also for capturing photos. So we're going to try a bit of both, and we're going to do all the stuff on the 404.5 handheld. We're going down to a little valley here for not too long to try and record some footage and get some photos, and we'll have a look at it later. Also really enjoying the single-handed approach with the Z30 on the Nikon. Now I know people who have been watching camera news. We've been getting the Sony 6700. So the Sony 6700 is also pretty light camera, but it's not as light. It's not as light as the Z30. The Sony 6700 does support 10-bit. I would have really loved a camera like of this weight to have 10-bit color, just to get rid of the blown out sun and a little bit more detail in the shadows and the darkness. But you know, it does the job. We've got it on auto ISO, and I think it's aperture priority. So it's kind of like, it's working all right. Probably the whites a bit behind me, probably won't see much of the blue sky that's there, mostly all blown out. But anyway, that aside, I think this is a much more flexible tool for vlogging. For my use case again is being able to walk around with this camera in hand and it being light on a gimbal like this and really stable, because no matter, you know, what I saw was no matter how much stabilization I had on the A7S III, how much stabilization I had on the A7 IV, it just didn't have the really nice look of a gimbal. And same as the Apple iPhone doesn't. You can't really compare it. But this is light enough that I can carry it. Going to the gym also helps. But it's usable. It's great. I can walk around with it without really being too worried about the soreness of my arm, and I can get pretty close. I'm using the 12mm to 28mm DX lens. It's great at currently at f8. I wonder if this is going to be any different. So this is actually switched over to aperture priority. We've got it at f35. I can probably zoom in a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. That's a bit better, and I can still hand hold it. And I think that's probably going to give me better results at f4.2 than f8 that I had before. ISO auto. Anyway, let's check it out. It's kind of like the first time I'm doing this, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's not too much of a burden to carry around. Okay, we're almost here at this valley. Let's do some filming. Yeah, well, this is the only bird I saw in about 30 minutes. So, very glary. Yeah, not the best footage. But oh well, it's something. So that's the Blind Creek Billabong there. This is the spot that I was able to catch a few birds. Not too many. Usually they're out, I guess, a bit later in the evening or afternoon when they're going out to eat. You can hear them all going out for dinner. But yeah, going out for a walk, still nice. Get some fresh air. And try out this new kind of workflow. There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be putting together. I wonder what should I put together next. So we've got just so much stuff going on. I've got like lots of projects, video, software development stuff. Okay, here we go. So as I was walking back, and I noticed that, I hadn't found any birds for about 30 minutes. Noisy Miner just appeared in the bushes, pretty close, pretty much about 15 meters away. And here's a photo I snapped of him playing in the bushes, and he was behind foliage. So I got really good shots. This is just one of them, but really super sharp, absolutely incredible. You can see it here as it's zooming in. But then, with the video, I didn't get as much luck. I was able to catch onto the bird for a little bit, and after that, you see him go behind the foliage here, and I lost focus, and it wouldn't catch it again. So that was it. I only got a little bit of footage there. Still, it's something. The AF on video, I'm still getting used to. I'm not sure exactly what settings I need to use to get that right, especially in areas that may be a bit more complex, with leaves sitting in between the subject and and myself. I notice a really good strategy if you've got a Nikon Z9 or Z8 and you want to get pictures of wildlife in those kind of settings. A really good one, if you want to use AF, is to have it in AF tracking mode, wide area, AF tracking mode area, and then AF large area, I think it's called, and then switch to tracking mode. So what happens is it basically picks up the target and then sticks to it. So what I noticed that unless I do that, it would just not stick to the bird. But as soon as I set up the tracking, like 3D tracking, with one of the control buttons, then it would do it. So that got me a few good photos. A bit dark, but we can always lift that up. I'd rather underexpose. Everybody says on Nikon it's better to underexpose than overexpose. So based on how the readouts for the images work. So guys, that's it for today. We're gonna wrap up with some nice drone footage and say goodbye to another episode. And we'll see you again at the next one.